I'm halfway down there. All right, here we go. All right, we're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Hunter. This is tonight is the Brotherhood class. I'm Officer 5000 Mataza Power. Will be holding down a nice class. So, of course, if anybody in here has any questions pertaining to Brotherhood, raise your hand. We will get it. If you want to chime in, if you in the chat and you got questions on pertaining to Brotherhood, then of course, just type in your question. And without further ado, we're gonna go ahead. My first scripture, right? This is my first scripture. I want 2 Peter. I want 2 Peter and verse 12, 1 and 12. Show you why we do this every week, man. Show you why we do this every week.
This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 1, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Wherefore, I will not be negligent to put you always in remembrance of these things, though ye know them, and be established in the present truth. Right. So, like, we are here. When you go up, right? When you read up, you see that he's telling brothers to remember to have remember not to be a partaker in corruption or living lust through this world. That's what Peter is saying. Like when you go some verses above, and then he's saying have temperance and knowledge and patience and godliness, verse 7, and to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity. Right? Because we don't do charity. Charity is not something that you just go and start giving to the other nations. Charity is you having brotherhood with your brothers and sisters, right? It's something that we employ amongst Black people. And it says, verse 8, for all these things be in you and abound. For if these things be in you and abound, they make you that ye shall neither be barren nor unfruitful in knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ. And that's the reason why, Christians don't understand Christ and they're not fruitful in the knowledge, is because they keep teaching you that the laws are done away with. And when they consistently in the New Testament, you'll see they'll tell us to not do things that's going to make you sin. That's what verse 3, 4, and 5 is. Things that make you not sin. Right. And then it says, verse 9, but he that lacketh these things. So if you lack these things, if you lack virtue, if you lack temperance, if you lack brotherhood, it said these things is blind. Like if you lack these things, then you're blind and cannot see afar off, and has forgotten that he was purged from his old sins. When you come into the truth, you become a new person. Why? Because you stop doing the things that you was doing before, and you put off the old man, become a new man. Now, if you come on, sis. Now, if you start to go back to the things that you was doing before, then of course you put back on that old man. And what he wants you to do is not be negligent, and always remember, like, these classes. We come in here and do these classes every week. Mondays, y'all doing classes. What's that? Wednesdays, y'all doing classes. Why? Because we're not trying to be negligent in having people understand what this truth is, what they should be doing in the truth. All right. Huh. So you can get up to that one. Where are we going at next, man? What's going on in the news, Kana?
It started at 12 midnight last night.
I heard that. So we it's a strike going on at the ports. What's that all about?
They want to stop automation of the jobs, and they want a 77% raise. They haven't had a raise since the 70s.
Oh, they want a big raise. That's.
They agreed at 50%, and they're trying to cap a certain amount of jobs being animated.
Uh-huh.
Accepted 12 days. It stands to put us back 5 to 10 days back up at the port. So a 4-day strike could be a month
The water.
a month backup at the ports. And there's
Esau is the devil the Bible speaks of.
half a billion dollar a day industry is being stopped. It stopped at 12 midnight last night. So
Right. And why should they even have to beg for money? I know here at the port, I'm not sure how all ports are, but I'm sure like y'all know at this port, and I think the one in Pennsylvania or Maryland or something like that, it's like all black people. It's like all black people. Why the hell shouldn't they be getting paid right? You know, for all of that commodities that come into the port right there. We got everything coming in right there. I've been down there before. I actually drove some cars onto the boat. You know, we used to drive the cars onto the boat and latch them down. The water. Who? The New York mayor. What do you got going on? What happened?
He was receiving gifts from Turks, free hotels and free plane rides in exchange for a spot in the committee.
Oh, that's funny.
So somehow pressuring to get this building open. So we investigate. Oh, and another thing, they match your donation. So if he got a $500,000 donation, they match it. So he poured up all the money. You know, he took big all his money. And then that's when they started to look into what was going on because he had raised the most money ever since his matching program.
And that's a black dude, right? Ain't that something? You know, everybody's trying to, you know what's going on, right? What's going on is everybody is trying to get a piece of the Arabs' money. That's what I see. Like now I see them in boxing a lot. They all around like Terrence Crawford. They everywhere. Them Arabs is everywhere, man. And they're paying our people just for entertainment. You know, we're just simply entertainment to everybody on earth. And if they're not paying our people just to entertain them or, you know, go get knocked out for them, you know what I mean? Something like that. It seems like a good price until your brain rattled and 20 years later you dying because of some mental issue, some brain issue you got. But you know, them Arabs, they be those guys, they be having our women go over there too. Our women be over there tricking with them. You know what I mean? For X amount of dollars. But this is what we have to give me. Ecclesiasticus 6 and 13. Y'all see the thumbnail, right? Separation is brotherhood and sisterhood, right? Brotherhood is all we got. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 6 and 13.
I don't want con. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 6, verse 13. Separate thyself from thine enemies.
Do what?
Separate thyself from thine enemies and take heed of thy friends.
Lakarab, who's our enemies?
The other nations.
The other nations are our enemies, right? Specifically, all of them are our enemies, but public enemy number one is, Esau.
Con, I don't want
That's public enemy number one. But this right here is how you are. This is how we keep ourselves safe. This right here is how we like fight against being stupid, because our leadership wants us to be stupid. Right. This is where our leadership keeps telling us, like, we understand what's going on in the earth. We see with our own two eyes. But then our leadership continues to tell us to vote. They keep telling us to stay in the same positions that we're in. We never under the leadership that we're in, nothing ever changes. They continue to make us docile. They continue to make us dumber. You know, we never, year after year after year after year, we never see Black people as a whole getting smarter. I don't. Right. I do. However, I do see that the work that we put in this school, it pays off. You know, we might be in here, we might have classes and not have nobody in here all week and all year, and then it'll pay off when one of y'all brothers will come in here. right? And that's how you know, that's when I see the reward. But the scripture is telling us to separate. Why is it telling us to separate? Like a Rob.
It's telling us to separate so we could be holy unto the Most High.
And what does it mean to be holy?
To be separate.
To be separate, right? It says, oh, I'm in the wrong spot. Salakia. It says, separate thyself from thy enemies and take heed of thy friends. Pay attention to the friends that you have. Right. A lot of times we run around with people that we say are our friends and they're not your friends. You know, you should be paying attention more to this person, because this person right here is actually somebody that's in your life trying to bring you down. Right. Me and you was having a conversation earlier where you remember you was telling me how people, they just always try to take you out the truth. They just always try to tell you something wrong with being an Israelite, but never have any proof. You never come to me with no proof or anything like that. However, you got so much to say. How could you have so much to say without even knowing what's going on? Right? So that's what the Lord is telling us to do, to separate. When you separate, it keeps you strong. Give me what is it? First Esdras 8:84. I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna show you why you separate. Why you separate? 84? Yeah, First Esdras 8:84. Uh-oh, homeowner. Look at him. He walking like a homeowner too. He had to put in some extra hours at work. I had to pay for it. Yeah, I know.
Khan, Adawan Khan. This is the book of First Esdras, chapter 8, verse 84.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get there with you, brother. Yeah, I know that walk. I know when you've been on your feet all day. Okay, give me go to 8 and First Esdras 8:83.
Khan, Adawan Khan. This is the book of First Esdras, chapter 8, verse 83. That the land which ye enter into to possess as an heritage is a land polluted with the pollutions of the strangers of the land.
Right. So this is still talking about, they're reiterating of when we came out of Egypt, right? And the Lord told us, the Lord said, all right, I'm gonna put you around these nations, but I don't want you to do as these nations do. You see what I'm saying? Don't follow after these nations' gods. Don't take their wives. All Esdras is saying is the same thing Deuteronomy 7:3 is saying. Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter, is saying. That's all he's saying. He ain't like the Bible. These brothers ain't bringing nothing new. They ain't bringing no new doctrine or nothing. All of a sudden now you in some you know, all of a sudden now it's some weird doctrine, you know, like this whole new covenant thing and all that goofy stuff, right? All of a sudden these new weird doctrines out here. Cap said something about, they said Christ was, what they said? Something new he said he heard. He was doing a car chronicle yesterday. Oh, he was doing a car chronicle yesterday. I don't remember that part, but y'all got to watch that car chronicle. You got to watch the car chronicle from yesterday, because it actually came out that, and that's why it's so heavy that we're in here, right? We're in here and in this school right here. It is imperative that we have brotherhood. It is imperative that our brotherhood has to be unmatched, right? Our brotherhood, and the brotherhood in here is unmatched. Let me tell you something, because so this is what happened. Remember, it was a big thing about Cap, right? And how niggas was mad because Cap said that he don't respect brothers that be leaving the camps, that don't have loyalty. Okay, yeah, we be talking about fake Israelite groups, but damn, at least stay where you at. You know what I'm saying? At least stay where you at, unless you coming over here. You feel me? And so apparently this group Hey, I ain't even got to say it. Y'all already know what I'm talking about. So apparently this group, they broke off, right? In 1 week, they had a new group. And Cap was saying he didn't respect it. And so because Cap was saying that he didn't respect it, it got under these brothers' skin. And it got under these brothers' skin. And what the brothers did was the brothers came at Captain Tazariak underhandedly. Right? They came at him underhandedly. They came at him, you know, trying to have a debate about something, right? That they already tried to get a debate about before, but the debate was turned down. So what the brother did was the brothers specifically asked him to debate the new covenant because he knew that it was already turned down. He already knew that it was turned down. And so what he wanted to do, this is what he wanted to do. He wanted to not have brotherhood with Captain Tazariak. He told another person in their school, another member from their school, that what he was going to do was he was going to purposely ask him to debate that topic. And when he says no, he wanted to make it look like he was running. Right. He wanted to make it look like he was running. And that's why we say this is the home of the truth. That's why we say our brotherhood in here is unmatched, because outside of here, brothers still think carnally. Brothers still think in ways of trying to make another brother look bad, or, you know, that's weird to me. Go ahead, Salaki.
And the leader of this group has a video out. Listen, that ex-member or not, he blatantly said that you didn't address the brother.
Get the mic real quick. So you seen the video?
I seen a video.
Okay.
Where the leader of this group distinctly pointed out that this individual didn't acknowledge the lack of brotherhood, but yet tried to like diss us.
Yeah.
Over the new covenant.
Right. Like the original thing that Captain Tazariak had an issue with was the disloyalty that these brothers had, from leaving the group. That was the whole initial issue. So now we can't call out brothers like dishonor and disloyalty and stuff like that. Now we just can't do anything. And the reason I fully understand why Cat is saying what he's saying, because look, when these groups break off, they popping up like how they say it, wildfires, right? They're popping up like wildfires. Everybody got a damn group. Everybody trying to be clever with the name. Then we trying to learn all these new acronyms. But then how are we being any different from the Christians that got all these different damn denominations? So when we start talking about Christians, now they come in, they be like, well, what about this group? Y'all got these groups, these groups. None of them niggas believe nothing, the same thing. How are we any different, or how do we appear to be any different from Christians? We don't. That's why we say what we say in the school. We understand that we need to have brotherhood, that we need to get together, that our force is stronger when we're all together. But instead, everybody wants to be the man. Everybody wants to be their own general. You know what it is. Everybody want to be the one getting the tithes. I know what it is. You want to be the one getting the damn tithes. I know what it is. You want the tithes. You see, you know, and essentially being no different than a Christian pastor. If you just trying to get tithes just so you can get a new car, or figure out how you can break black people, then you ain't no different than them. All right, give me the first Ezra's 8 and 80 to start at the 83 again. Salagi, y'all sidebar. But that's a good, it's actually a good video. You got to watch that video.
Khan Adawan Khan, this is the book of First Ezra, chapter 8, verse 83. That the land which ye enter into, possess as an heritage, is a land polluted with the pollutions of the strangers.
Right. These lands that we going into, specifically at this time, coming out of Egypt, you know, these lands are polluted. These lands are polluted after these people that live there. They have their own gods. They have their own customs. They have everything. Imagine going into a land like India, where they cooking with their feet and you know, they got the food all over the floor and you see the rats and everything running around and he just cooking. He got it. And he using his hands like this. He using his fingernails, his toenails. He using everything to make your food. And the Lord is warning us against these people, saying, do not, these places are filled with the abominations of the strangers of that land. Read on. Right. You got to stop. You go down the street, you see a cow walking down the street, you got to stop because the cow is reverenced as some type of God, you know? Read on.
Pollutions of the strangers of the land.
Uh-huh.
And they have fouled it with their uncleanness.
Right. They filled the land with their uncleanness, right? These lands that we come into are unclean. America is an unclean land. Right. Anything to be a good American in today's society means that you're going to be a sinner against the Lord. Right. Because in America, you can do whatever you want to. And let me tell you something. Most black people are Democrats. Most black people. I mean, you're starting to see black people switch over to being Republicans and stuff like that. But for the majority of black people are Democrats, and Democrats are the ones that are bringing in, like, they want to, you know, the homosexuality, the pedophilia. You know what I mean? They're trying to usher in pedophilia and make that okay. Drugs, any and everything. The Democrat, it wants you to be liberal. What does y'all somebody get me right? What does the Bible say about being liberal? Yeah, there's a scripture on being liberal. Somebody get that. You could keep where you could keep reading what you reading, Lakarab.
Therefore,
see if you can find that back there, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna get that next. Go ahead.
Therefore, now shall ye not join your daughters unto their sons.
What is this saying, Lakarab?
Don't enter marriage.
No interracial marriage, right? Don't join your daughters to their sons. You join your daughter to one of these heathen sons. Now he bringing in now your daughter is bringing in. She's a what they call it. She's a vehicle to bring in another nation. You know what I mean? Because, you know, the seed of that woman is not an Israelite. She's bringing in the seed of another man. Do not do that, right? You're gonna turn you're gonna watch your daughter become a heathen. Like, you're gonna watch her turn into, you know, somebody who, matter of fact, you're gonna watch her turn into like Serena Williams. You know what I mean? She got this Edomite, and then now it just seems like she's just turning herself lighter and lighter and lighter. What the hell is she doing? What is she doing? She looked different. The sister was, you know, a beautiful sister. Yeah, well, I just see nothing wrong with her. What happened? You know who else been doing that too? Jamaicans. They lightening their skin like a mug, boy. What the hell is going on here? You ever see how they do it? It's like you put your skin in like some type of emotion or something. It's like some type of ammonia, some type of chemical, and then they just literally peel the top skin off. I was like, God, yeah, they showed it. I seen it on the joint. They just scraped off the top layer, and it's literally, man, I'm like, wow, that's bad. We have low self-esteem. Like jaundice or something. Probably they cooking that liver in there. They doing something. Right? Because we following after these other nations. All right. Read on.
Neither shall ye take their daughters unto your sons.
Right. You shouldn't have your son lusting after their women, or you don't give your daughter to their sons. Right. This is how we be what? I'll tell you, this is how we be strong, right? This is the only way we can be strong is if we keep everything in the family. All right, read on.
Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
Read that again.
Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
Isn't that all we try to do with the other nations? We just try to seek to have peace. All we do is Negroes is trying to seek, like Negro, you got Negroes that's just trying to make the whole race seem like not bad. You know, meaning like, how can I explain it? You have black people that just only show their teeth to white people because they just want white people to accept us. You understand? When damn them. What the hell do we need their acceptance for? Why do we need to have peace with them? Who said we had to? That's in your brain. It's because of slavery. We've only been taught one thing. We don't know how to be without them, right? And we view them as what? We view them as our parents. Daddy, ye are of your father, the devil. Who's the devil? Itara. That's it. Period. Right? We have a paternalistic relationship with them. So that's why we act like children around them, right? But it says, never seek to have peace with them. Read on.
That ye may be strong.
That we may be what?
That ye may be strong.
Black people are weak. Right? This gives you the answer of why black people are weak in America. Why Hispanics are weak in America. Why Native American Indians are stuck on a little piece of land called a reservation. Is because we seek to have peace with every damn body. Why the hell are we like vote? Why the hell do we even care about voting? They show us time, and every 4 years they show us that voting, like it, you got to be a idiot to still be voting. We still haven't even figured out that our vote don't even count yet. We actually believe that our vote is going to count more than our life. We got a Black Lives Matter movement, but we actually think like our lives don't even matter in America, but we think our vote is going to somehow affect some type of change, or somebody cares about our goddamn vote. They don't care about you. So they actually going to care about a piece of paper you mark Democrat or Republican on. Come on, guys. Read on.
And eat the good things of the land, and that ye may leave the inheritance of the land unto your children forevermore.
Right. And, that's why we don't seek to have peace, so that we can leave our children something other than bills when we die. Right. Other than decisions on like what the hell they're going to do in life. They shouldn't even have your children shouldn't even have to worry about what they're going to do when you die, because if we were doing what we were supposed to be doing, we would be able to leave them something. Right. Read on. Read the next verse.
And all that is befallen is done unto us.
Now, everything that has befallen black people, everything that has been done to black people, read on.
For our wicked works.
Has been done because of our wicked works. And that's what it says. It uses for our wicked works. Read on.
And great sins.
Keep going.
For thou, O Lord, didst make our sins light.
Mm-hmm.
And didst give unto us such a root.
Read on.
But we have turned back again to transgress thy law.
Right.
Make our sins like me.
Make our sins light. Hold on. Meaning like, okay, the Lord lightened up on us, but he made our sins light, but we turned around and sinned again. You see what I'm saying? Like each time we be in these slaveries, we call out to the Lord and he might lighten up on us, but then we turn around and do the same thing and go right back into the slavery. Read on.
And to mingle ourselves with the uncleanness of the nations of the land.
Right. And did it give unto us such a root, but we have turned back again to transgress thy law and to mingle ourselves with the uncleanness of the nations of the land. And that's what we continuously always do. It's like we have a problem separating ourselves. Give me Ecclesiasticus 12 and 13. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 13. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Mm-hmm. I think it's Ecclesiasticus 12 and 13. Oh, it's hot up here, man. Ain't none of that air reaching up here.
Con, I don't
No, I
want.
only took a. Nah, I only took a. It ain't that good. God damn. Nah, it is warm though. Can you put that John down some? Like, nah, Itarok, could you face it down a little bit?
Con, I don't want. Con. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13.
Salakia, it's 10.
Verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron resteth, so is his wickedness.
Now, remember the scriptures say in Deuteronomy 28:68, right? That we was going to be, I'm gonna just use the people of America, our oppressors, said that you'll be sold to your enemies. And then in these scriptures right here, I'm showing you how you're supposed to treat these people. You're never supposed to trust these people, and you're supposed to separate yourself from these people. Now, our oppressor has never given us a reason to ever trust him anyway. Why the hell do we why do we trust anything that he say? We shouldn't even trust him as far as we can throw him. Hey, when he tell you anything he tell you, anything he say, I just don't believe. Like y'all see the news now, and when it talks about like the whole Israel and Palestinians and Lebanese and Jordan, all that kind of stuff like that. All the news say is we bombing all these people. We bombing all these people because they're threatening us somehow. There are people at one time. This is crazy. I mean, literally, if anybody looks at the news and believe anything they hear out the news, you're a fool. Like you need to be lost. You need to be lost. If you look at the news and you take anything for face value, you know what I look at the news and see? I see, what's that, 1 Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians, where it say the man of sin must be revealed. The Lord is revealing the man of sin. Ooh-wee. Because everything he say, everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie. Everything that come out of his mouth is a lie. Anything that you see come out of like mainstream media is garbage. And the Lord is revealing it because when you go on to like some of the like not so mainstream media, like I go on Rumble and I watch a lot of my news on there, everybody's talking about this stuff, man. The same stuff that we be bringing out, and we be thinking like we're the only ones that like are on this. No, the man of sin is being revealed. Everybody is understanding who they're dealing with. Yeah. You can't be God's chosen in doing the things that you're doing. It's no way. Remember the scriptures say when the wicked bear rule, the earth is in mourning. Like the earth is in mourning right now. Everybody's unhappy, right? But what the scriptures say, when the righteous bear rule, the earth will rejoice. Now, when righteous black people get in the rulership, like the earth, everybody's gonna be glad
You're gonna have Africans come and thank you for, you know, your services. You know, the Palestinian kids and all that. They're gonna, all them Arabs, they're gonna thank you for your services. Because guess what? Now they're not gonna be molested. Now they're not gonna be SA'd and all that kind of stuff in them Israeli jails. Because y'all know what's going on over there, right? I'm gonna tell you what's going on over there. They SAing the children over there, man. Yeah, that's what's going on. Look, I got proof. You want to know what y'all want to know? I got proof right here. Oh, Matanza Yala got it. I'm gonna show y'all this article real quick. Could you show them the title to this article? I'm gonna still read my John, but hey, I got one for y'all tonight. Look, the Child SA Assembly Line. The Child SA Assembly. Y'all remember in New York, right? They had the tunnels, right? So the tunnels in New York. When they went down into the tunnels in New York, we seen what? Baby strollers. We seen high chairs, baby mattresses soiled with either feces or blood, right? And we seen these things and nobody could explain them. And all that stuff just got swept under the rug. Nobody says anything about that stuff and what's going on. But we all know it's nefarious, right? How do we know it's nefarious? Because what the hell is the dude coming out of the grates for?
Right.
Yeah, he coming out the sewer, and then somebody sitting there with a camera. He like, he do not want his face to be seen. Right. Why? Because you're doing something to fit. You're doing something horrible down there, right? Yeah, right. And I got the proof. Now, let's read that scripture that you got one more time. Then I'm gonna go into it. Man, my mustache getting long, man. It's going in my cup.
Never trust thine enemy.
Uh-huh.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Right. So lock it up. It says never trust your enemies, right? Because like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness, right? So you know, iron pan. Over time, anything like that is just going to rust from the natural elements of, you know, the natural elements. It's going to, and just like that pot is for sure going to rust one day. You might not see the rust now, but one day you're going to see that rust. That's the wickedness of our oppressor, man. His wickedness. I don't care how much he try to tell you he love you. I don't care how much he try to have some social programs or give you some food stamps or, you know, this is the one right here that rocked all black people to sleep. Stimulus checks. Right. Remember they was like, remember they was on the internet talking about, you can't say nothing bad about Donald Trump now. You got that stimulus check, nigga. What the hell is wrong with you? Why not? Somebody told me that I couldn't take the Christmas bonus because I don't celebrate Christmas. That's my money.
Right.
It's mine. Why I can't take it?
Right.
So what is a Christmas bonus? It's mine. That's $1,500.
Right.
That's my money. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you right while I'm taking the money that I don't celebrate Christmas.
Damn right.
But it's still my money. That's what I've been working for all damn year.
Right.
All you doing is giving me my money back. You've been taking from me all year. I've been making this company rich all year.
Right.
All you doing is just giving me a trinket. That's all it is a trinket. And we get rocked to sleep from trinkets, small little gifts. Our oppressor understands that all he has to do is just give you a small gift, and black people will be okay. We'll be okay. We cool with a little gift. Off the water, I appreciate that. We okay with a little gift. But guess what that gift does? It destroys the heart, right? All right. So I think we got enough on that. All right. So when they went into the tunnel, right? Do y'all remember the name of the place that it said that it was called Chabad Lubavitch, right? That's what you know where all the rabbis is at. It's called Chabad Lubavitch. When you go into the tunnel, and it said it connected like parts of the city together, like different buildings on the blocks together. Do y'all remember the name of the place that said it was connected to? Start with an M. It was called a mikvah. A mikvah. A mikvah is a bathhouse. Right. Once they said bathhouse, you should already know what time it is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You should already know what time it is when somebody say bathhouse, right? Because that's where the whole
you know, glory hole concept come from? You know, I mean, if you from the world, y'all know that kind of stuff right there, right? The whole glory hole type thing, the whole, you know, where these are places where men used to have where men used to sleep with each other. You see what I'm saying? You know, you be in a room from what I heard, from what I seen, you know, the documentaries that I seen, like you be in a room and like the man is face down, you know, butt naked, and somebody just comes in the room and penetrates you from behind. It's like, you know, they doing all this homosexual stuff where it's like you're not seeing the other person. I don't know. It's weird, but it's still yeah. It's like it, y'all. it's like it. But these places was called bathhouses in English, but a mikvah in Yiddish, right? It's called a mikvah. Let's read about the mikvah and what happens in these mikvahs, because this stuff has to be revealed. If it's not revealed, children are going to continue to be preyed upon. Right. Children are going to continue to be preyed upon because what's happening in these mikvahs is evil. And I'm going to let a rabbi tell you what's going on. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to let a rabbi tell you what's going on, because if I say what's going on, we'll probably get shut down. So you got it.
Khan. This is the Child Grape Assembly Line by Christopher Ketchum, November 12th, 2013.
2013, right? So, and this was what, years ago, 10 years ago. My question I want people to think of when they're reading this is, do you think this ever stopped?
Rabbi Newton Rosenberg, who is 63 with a long graying beard, recently sat down with me to explain what he described as a, quote, child grape assembly line. A
child grape assembly line, right? Read on.
Unquote, among sects of fundamentalist Jews.
Right. Maybe right there you might have to switch that up too. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well,
let's just you know, kind of switch it up, you know. So amongst fundamentalist little hats or fundamentalist we all know who we talking about. I don't know. Figure out something.
Sir. He cleared his throat.
You want the class? Like, man, I'm messing around, man. I know you were trying to take it.
He cleared his throat. I'm going to be graphic.
Right. So remember that this article that we're about to read is going to be graphic. So some of the stuff is going to be censored. Can you show them one more time the title? So like you can pull the article up on your own. You can so that you could pull it up on your own. You can see it. You could download it. You can see what it's really saying. But the brother is going to have to censor it in real time. And that's the guy that they're interviewing right there. Yeah, that's him that they're interviewing. Mm-hmm. And he's up in Brooklyn. That guy's up in Brooklyn.
Continue.
Yeah, you can continue. That's mine. Okay.
A member of Brooklyn's Satmar Hasidim fundamentalist branch.
Right, the Hasidic, right? The Hasidic.
Hasidim.
Okay, go ahead.
Fundamentalist branch of Orthodox Judaism. Newcham designs and repairs mikvahs.
He designs and repairs the mikvahs. You remember that was with in the tunnel that their school was connected to the mikvah, right? Mikvah being Yiddish word for bathhouse.
In compliance with Torah law, the mikvah is a ritual small bathhouse.
It's a what? A ritual? What the hell is you doing in there? What kind of ritual are you performing in there? You see what I'm saying? What kind of ritual are you going to perform in the bathhouse? Right, where everybody naked. You know how it is. It's a sauna type room. You know, you just got a towel on or something or shorts. I guess you're supposed to have a shorts on, or I don't know. You just sweating in there. Go ahead.
It's locked. It said they designed it
like according to Torah law.
With Torah law.
Yeah. How? What's this? Where
Wait a minute. You know, you pick up. Oh, y'all see my jaw. Y'all see my sword. Ooh, yeah, y'all see the sword. But where that's at?
Right.
According to what law?
Right.
Because that's not in the first 5 books. You know, they consider, the Torah to be the first 5 books. Where is that?
Right.
Moses never talked about that.
Right.
Never talked about bathhouses. Go ahead.
Sir. the mikvah is a ritual small bathhouse used for purification.
Used for purification. Now, that's of course not biblical to purify yourself in a place like that.
Right.
Okay. So,
Right.
but we have a lot of our people that do follow behind them. Be having like I could post something online. The minute I got back online, it's this dude that's always just trying to argue with me to everything that I say. And everything that I could just post anything and he's arguing with me because I'm starting not to even think that it's a brother. You know what I mean? The picture shows a brother, but I'm starting to think it's like a little hat. You see what I'm saying? Arguing with me about everything that I say. It can't be no brother, but it could be.
Right.
You got it.
Devout small hats are required to cleanse themselves in the mikvah on a variety of occasions.
Right. So they follow the traditions of men, right? Because that's not biblical. They have to go in there on days that they appoint for them to cleanse themselves, right? Go ahead.
Women must visit following menstruation, and men have to make an appearance before the high holidays.
Yeah, so before the so-called high holidays, they have to go into this mikvah.
Such as Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur.
Mm-hmm.
Many of the devout also purify themselves before and after the act of sex. Can I say sex?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I don't know no other way to say it.
And before the Sabbath. On a visit to Jerusalem in 2005, Rabbi Rosenberg.
So this guy, this rabbi, right? We're getting into the story where he traveled to Jerusalem, like maybe a few years prior to this story coming out, and he's telling you when he traveled to Jerusalem in 2005, what happened?
Rabbi Rosenberg entered into a mikvah in one of the holiest neighborhoods in the city.
Now, look, now, mind you, let me tell you something. Keep in mind that when Mataza Ya'ala is reading this is happening in the Holy Land.
Right.
This is happening in Jerusalem. This is, you should feel some type of way. You should feel some type of way that this is going on in the land that the Lord promised to you.
Right.
Right. And you can't even set foot in it. You can't even see it. But this is what's going on in the land. Read on, Mataziala.
Sir. In one of the holiest neighborhoods in the city, Mayor She Arim.
Uh-huh.
Quote, I opened a door that entered into a schwitz, he told me.
So he opens the door. He's like going up into this mikvah. Go ahead.
Vapors everywhere.
Right. So it's vapors. Ooh, wee. It's steamy. It's steamy in there, and it's men. Right. Go ahead.
I can barely see.
Uh-huh.
My eyes adjust, and I see an old man, my age, long white beard, a holy looking man.
What does that get? And then even that, what does you because you got a beard, you look holy?
Right.
The hell does that mean? So I don't look holy, like Harab. You know what I mean? I got a little something, but you mean to tell me?
Right.
Nah, I'm messing around. Go ahead. He said this dude looked holy because he had a long beard, right?
Long white beard,
Go ahead.
Holy looking man sitting in the vapors.
Now, what is this holy looking man doing in the vapors?
On his lap, facing away from him, is a boy, maybe 7 years old.
In Jerusalem. Come on now. Talk to me.
And the old man is having his way with this boy.
This is crazy, y'all. This is what's going on in the mikvah. Remember that the place was connected to the mikvah. I'm just showing you what goes on in the mikvahs to explain why y'all seen high chairs, baby strollers, small little mattresses that would go on that mattress looked like it go in a crib or something. You know what I mean? Some type of little race car bed or something. You know the little race car bed mattresses, Kana? Little tiny bed, soiled. But in the mikvahs, he's explaining what goes on in the mikvahs. You have an older gentleman, and he has a child on his lap. Did it get to how old the child was?
Oh, God. Maybe 7 years old.
7-year-old, right? Some of us in here got 7-year-olds. So imagine a 7-year-old
Right.
sitting on a man's lap, right? Read on.
And the old man is having his way with this boy.
And this is what's going on, man. He's doing what he's not supposed to be doing, right? Read on.
Rabbi Rosenberg paused,
He paused.
gathered himself.
He had to, whoa, hey, what the hell? When the smoke clears, all the steam clear, and that's what you see is like, now you got to gather yourself. But Rabbi, the first thing, he didn't say that, you know, he didn't go over there and start smacking niggas up and, you know, saying, what the hell are you doing here? And calling the police or doing nothing like that. He just took a second to gather himself, right? Read on.
And went on. This boy, quote, this boy was speared on the man like an animal.
I mean, he did say it was going to be graphic. Salaki, I told everybody that, you know what I mean? Look, but that's the only way that you can understand what's going on. That's what's happening in these places. And our children, you gotta watch your children. You better watch your children.
Right.
These children are going missing, and guess what? The government is part of the whole. Well, look, just go ahead. Let me not go off into that.
Like an animal, like a pig.
Like a pig.
And the boy was saying nothing,
Mm-hmm.
but on his face, fear.
Terror is written on his face, right? Like when you look at that community in Brooklyn, you see so many of those kids. I think they said like 50% of the kids have been touched, molested. Something happened. And that's crazy. And these people are allowed to tell us how to be with our kids.
Yeah.
You know, these people they tell you what your kids is going to learn in school and what's going, you know what I mean?
Right.
And this is exactly what they're doing with children. Go ahead.
Comic-Con. The old man looked at me.
Hey, he looked at him. you imagine you come in the room, the steam clear. You see that what's going on. For one, it didn't make you, panic. It didn't make you, want to jump in and save the boy or do anything. Like you actually watching it enough to you looking at it enough to be able to explain what's going on. You know what I mean? To be able to explain the looks on people's faces and stuff like that. I feel like you shouldn't even be able to see that. You should have, went in there and grabbed the dude, grabbed the kid, something, smack this mother, do something to save the child. But he sat there and he watched it. Now, what did the dude do to him as he continues to sit there and watch?
The old man looked at me without any fear, as if this was common practice.
Uh-huh.
He didn't stop.
He ain't stop. Well, come on. He ain't stop. What are you going to stop for? Because that's what they doing here. He doesn't think to stop or that, it's a problem because this is what this place is for. Right? This is what this place is for. Go ahead.
I was so angry. I confronted him.
He did. Okay, so he did do something. He confronted him. Hey, what you doing? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Why the man still, doing what he doing? Go ahead.
He removed the boy from him.
Okay, so he removed the boy.
And I took the boy aside.
He took the boy aside, and what happened? Did it get to the part where the dude smacked him?
I told this man, it's a sin before God, a mishkaf sukkar. What are you doing?
I don't know what you
to
just
this
said.
Boy's soul? God, I don't know what I just said.
And what the dude do?
You're destroying this boy.
Uh-huh.
He had a sponge on a stick.
He had a sponge on a stick. What the hell did he got a sponge on a stick for? What did he do with the sponge on a stick, Mataliala?
He had a sponge on a stick to clean his back, and he hit me across the face with it.
He smacked me with the Diddy sponge. He like, you on a sponge on a stick, you cleaning your nasty back, and he smacked him in the face. Wow, with it. Because he said something that grabbed the little boy.
Right.
So he got smacked in the face with a backwasher.
Back scrub, right.
That's crazy, right? Read on.
How dare you interrupt me? He said.
in order for this guy to say that, then this is common practice.
Right.
In order for him to say, "How dare you interrupt me?" He doesn't have any morals, like he's literally a beast. He's literally an animal, right? An animal. You're dealing with an animal right here. He's telling you, what are you doing? Why are you interrupting me from committing this evil act? Right? Go ahead.
Khan. He said, I had heard of these things for a long time, but now I had seen. The child SA crisis in ultra-Orthodox Judaism, like that in the Catholic Church, has produced its share of shocking headlines in recent years. In New York and in the prominent Orthodox communities of Israel and London, allegations of child molestation, I think I can say that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know no other way to say it.
And rape have been rampant.
Right, because if y'all notice, when they're breaking up these pedophilia rings, y'all already know who's getting caught in these pedophilia rings, man.
Right.
It's the rabbis.
Right.
The rabbis is getting caught. They was down in Mexico. They caught the one down in Mexico. Y'all know about the one in Mexico. They had the little kids in like woods. Jersey. They had the John in Jersey. Y'all know that. Then they had the one actually in Jerusalem where they had a prisoner in the building. The women couldn't leave out of the building, but it was a rabbi that was there in charge of them, over top of them. And he wouldn't let them leave out of the building and nothing like that. But it came out. I mean, I think he ended up getting a couple months in jail or something like that, maybe. No, they don't prosecute their own people, of course. You never see them prosecute their own people. Read on.
The alleged abusers are school teachers,
The
rabbis.
what? The abusers are who?
School teachers, rabbis, fathers, uncles, figures of male authority.
That's all the figures of male authority. Now, why is that happening? Why is that happening? Why in that community do we see all of the male figures indulging in SAing the children of their community? Why do we see that? I put that doing that. That what that little what that the 1800.
Oh, the bottle?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Why is that happening? Why is that rampant in their community? I mean, we see it in all communities, but why is it so I want to say prominent? Why is it like that in their community? For sure they are Edomites, and it's just in their nature for that. But I'm gonna give it to you it's because of their religion. It's because of their religious text. If you ever heard of the Talmud, right? I got one coming too. Where it talks about sleeping with children, and that if y'all heard the quotes, you could sleep with somebody Google that for me. You can sleep with a little girl under 3 years old. It's like 3 years or under. She could be with the priest, and it's not because y'all can get the direct quotes.
Is it Talmud?
Yeah, in the Talmud, 3-year-old girls and 9-year-old boys. Talmud. It's 3-year-old girls and 9-year-old boys. Somebody just type in, what does it say about 3-year-old girls in the Talmud? Because I got a book that got all of it in here. I just gotta find it. It's been a while since I read this book.
All right. It says, according to the Talmud, how old does a child have to be before
they can have sexual intercourse?
I gotta hit it. before a small hat can have intercourse with them. 3 years and a day.
Oh wait, how old? What did you just say?
3 years and a day. Or 9 years in one day.
9 years. So the 3 years in one day is for the little girl.
Come and take note. A girl 3 years and 1 day old is betrothed by intercourse. And if a
and this is from Simeon ben Yohai. His name is Simeon ben Yohai.
This says, according to Rabbi Joseph, Mnid 5:4. I don't know what that is. Mnid.
Those are those
5,
like
4.
yeah, like they're what they how they say their scriptures or chapters and verse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you ain't gotta eat that. Yeah, cheese probably like.
It says, come and take note. A girl 3 years and 1 day old is betrothed by intercourse. And if a Levir, Levir, has had intercourse with her, he has acquired her. And one can be liable on her account because of the law prohibiting intercourse with a married woman.
No, go ahead. He was actually.
I was gonna skip through it.
He was trying to find something, but I don't look like that's what.
No, I was gonna say that they went on strike.
Oh yeah, that's what Kanal. I was about to say Kanal. That's what Kanal was saying.
So yeah,
earlier they actually went on strike.
Yeah, so that's let's see, that's what 40 something thousand, 48,000 workers, and all the ports, all the ones in the south, all the ones on the east coast, and the ones that's on the south. I mean on the west. Everybody. And they said that I was watching this video where they said Amazon is they're thinking about going on strike too, like the Amazon workers, and they already started showing like, because I started noticing something, right? I was at Walmart today and it was like unusually packed.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like for a typical, what's this, Tuesday?
And
because I'm like, wait a minute, because you know how like sometimes you might pull up in like Amazon, I mean not Amazon, but like Walmart or something, and you'll see like mad cars, like say like if it's like Christmas time or something like that, you can kind of expect it to be full like that. But I come in there and I'm like, damn, it ain't no parking spots really in this joint. And then as I see, later on, seeing now, I see why it was so packed, because everybody was in there buying up all the food. And you're going to see how, the Brotherhood is going to mean everything, because like they said, they was like, I watched this other video where they were saying like how in 1 week, things was like everything was starting to get bought up and everything like that in the stores. And then, of course, they said the second and the third week, that's when things will get a little bit more, out of control. And, of course, they already like down in North Carolina. I was talking to my daughter today because she lives in Nashville.
What's going on down there?
Well, they already price gouged.
Oh yeah.
I saw a video.
Man, you might get a pack of water for $20.
The water sis. I saw a video today where it was an East Indian gas station, and they were charging $10 a gallon.
Yeah. I mean,
$10 a gallon.
Yeah, you see that a lot.
Yeah,
but it's nothing you can do, because you at the whim of the other nation. Like, we don't got no gas station, so we got to go pay $10 a thing.
And what's so crazy about it, Kamala Harris, when she was on her runner with she's trying to campaign, she was like, yeah, we gotta stop. We're gonna stop price gouging, and then the East Indians like it should be illegal to do that. You know what I mean? It should be illegal to do that in a natural disaster. Yeah, they price gouging. And that water is so high, man. They got like imagine seeing like a Wendy's. The water is at the top of the building. Like it's like that. But it's crazy, right? My daughter, she said that she was good because she had her mom lived in the projects, and the projects was, it's always they built them things to always be for black people. So
Nigga always good.
That's where she went during the hurricane. She went to the projects, and and the projects is up on like a hill. So most of all the places that did flood was all where all the white people live at.
Yeah, because I remember you got to go up. It was like like with that part of North Carolina. Remember, we had to go like up to the joint.
Yeah.
So she was okay.
But yeah, what I said all that to say is that it's going to be more. We're going to see as like see what happens within the coming weeks or whatever. What's going to happen, but you're going to see how like what Commander General Yohana been saying about brotherhood and sisterhood, how we're going to have to lean on it, because what you going to do when it ain't nothing in the store? Really think about that.
Right.
I think a lot of people don't really take that into consideration because we've been so spoiled over here over the years, and we've never had to really go without. But it could be a very rude awakening to see, what happens, because obviously, it's showing like how America is just, why wouldn't you give the dock workers what they want? Like, is it really that, like, to give somebody an extra couple of dollars?
All you got to do is cut back on your goddamn military funding.
Yeah.
Cut back on some of the bombs you sending over to Palestine, and you give them what they need.
They spend $800 million a year in trying to do research to find out why people are fat. Like, literally, like, they spend so much money for...
Like, you could have gave me 800... You said 800 million?
$800 million.
Hey, look, man, I'll tell you why.
They come out with these new, like, trying to do research on, like, whether or not how people get fat and overweight and obese and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we get overweight by sedentary lifestyles. It's very easy. Sedentary lifestyles, not doing nothing all day and eating. It's very easy, but that's because that's all we do in America. We're not active. Nobody's here now. Like, America's not really active. I was looking right, and this guy was like, how is America like number one? We like 7th in this, 9th in this. Our life expectancy rate is lower than some of the third world countries. You know what I mean? The literacy level here is low because they don't. If the literacy level here was high, then people could understand what the hell is going on. They don't want the literacy level to be high. So then you'll have a nation full of thinkers. Yeah, they still doing that now. That's it. Hey, can you even get kept back nowadays? Yeah.
Now you're not. You're pushed forward, and it hope you catch up.
Look, man, because like I grew up in the era where you was gonna get kept back. You was gonna get kept back, but they did do it in that one school because Wilmington High. We was going to Wilmington High, right? And Wilmington High, they was changing it over to a charter school. The charter school was called Cab Calloway. And when we left 9th grade, they eliminated 9th grade. We left 10th grade, they eliminated 10th grade. So it wasn't even no 9th or 10th. Like everybody just went straight. Like that was around my era when coming out of high school. I remember. And it might have not been I'm not sure if it was like something nationally, but I know for the high school that I went to, when I left 9th grade, they eliminated 9th grade. Went to 10th, they eliminated. So everybody, I don't care if you had 20 Fs, you go to 10th grade. 20 Fs again, you go on to 11th. And then you're getting out of school. Now you're somebody else's problem. You know what I mean?
That's how I was But like I'm saying, when you really think about like how think about like how times are right now, like think about like your refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you really got enough bread? How long do you got?
Nah. I got to get a refrigerator.
Enough to go, you know what I'm saying? Because you already know what's going to happen. Like, water's about to be gone,
Yeah,
toilet paper. They showed a Walmart that was like pick clean already.
Man, look, man. Hey, how them damn chicken sandwiches was $20. They're going to go to like Waters and stuff, $20. Like, they going to get wild with it. Right. Or you're going to start seeing people doing harm to one of another to get, simple necessities like water or toilet paper or something. And then why as soon as it's a crisis, everybody think, like go for the toilet paper. Like, why you think about your ass, as soon as there's like a crisis, like that's the first thing that goes is toilet paper. I'm not sure what that's all about.
You know, I would be going for like the rice, the beans, the the oatmeal, the things like the things that we got in this school, like because you and I, we just checked the oatmeal. That oatmeal is good to 2026. So we can have some type of strike, some type of something going on, and all we got to do is make it to this school, and you can get a bowl of porridge. You know what I mean? Get your belly right, and then go back to do whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? You good for the day? Some bread or something. I think we got some rice. Y'all know how we do, man.
Both stick to you too.
Man, look, and we got another one coming up too. So another food drop coming up anyway. But I just wanted to is there any more on that article? I just wanted to kind of read that, man. So y'all can have that arsenal in y'all
it's the Mishnah Nida 5.
Oh, Mishnah Nida 5.
Comic-Con.
Oh, I know I had it and I did not find it. You got it.
All right. A girl who is 3 years old and 1 day old, whose father arranged her betrothal, is betrothed through intercourse.
Why would a man arrange the betrothal of a 3-year-old? Somebody tell me.
Because
come on now.
Yeah.
Really?
As the halakhic status of intercourse with her is that of intercourse in all halakhic senses, whatever that is.
Halakha is like the law.
And in a case where the childless husband of a girl 3 years and 1 day old dies, if his brother, the Yavam, engages in intercourse with her, he acquires her as his wife.
Now I'm gonna tell you why that's horrible. I'm gonna tell you why all of that is horrible, and I don't care how you try to how you try to dress it up. It's horrible because remember when the child brides of Afghanistan. Y'all remember that? The child brides of Afghanistan, when them dudes in Afghanistan be sleeping with them, they have the young girls. They be marrying the little young girls because remember they following after their prophet, right? So it whether it's a little girl or a little boy, because they have the dancing boys. Y'all know about the dancing boys in Afghanistan. So the guy married an 8-year-old. This is why that's horrible, because the guy married an 8-year-old, right? And then on the night of their consummating the marriage, man, she ended up dying. He ravaged her so much that she just died. I was like, God, hey, what y'all doing over there, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all doing over there? And this is all based on, religions. People are doing this because their religions are permitting them to do this stuff.
They just went. Israel they went into
Lebanon.
Yeah, Lebanon and Iran, right?
Did they go in Iran?
Yeah,
I've been waiting. I'm like, man, why do the Arabs call themselves the Arab League? It was a league of what? A league of wimps. What are you doing, man? These people are bombing 4 of y'all at one time. It started off with the Palestinians, but y'all know what's going on, right? Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's fine. The thing was, right, I thought it was like a hoax or whatever, but like I heard it a couple of times where I guess they got this technology where they can blow your phone up, like make everybody's phone start blowing up, like in their pockets and batteries.
Their pagers and stuff.
Yeah, batteries, like
know how slick they are? Because they knew where Hezbollah was ordering their pagers from, and they set up a shell company. It's like it was like a fake company. And so when Hezbollah got their pagers from this company, they actually bought pagers that was filled with explosives. And so they literally bought them from a company, but they was all contaminated booby trapped.
Yeah, because that's crazy because they were saying how, like what would stop, like, say that kind of thing happening here.
And to Zion, I was sitting there when I seen that, and I said, what is going to stop that from happening here? I seen that, and it made me think of that too. I said, it's no way that's not going to happen here, man. That is not going to happen here, man.
If I could, right?
So
because that's how like every so many months they be like, and everybody can turn their phones in and get these new iPhone 16s. Like, look, man, look, no matter what kind of condition your phone is, come get this iPhone 16, and you could just come up here and switch or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, these phones is coming out like, every other week now. Like, and like you said, what's to stop them from giving everybody phones like that and just waiting for the time when we get out of control or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just was just saying.
No. That's crazy. That's a great point. Like they have been doing that because first it was the who stuff was blowing up first. It was the phones or something. But then in Lebanon, it was the pagers in like Palestine or something. But guess what they doing in Lebanon? Guess how they doing it in Lebanon? In Lebanon, when you go to work and you go in your building to go to work, remember you gotta press the finger thing. I was watching a video online where they pressing the button like this. They pressing the button like this because people's fingers is getting blowed off or eyes getting blowed out because the Israelis booby trapped the damn the clock-in thing at your job. Yeah, to get in. Yeah, they booby trapped them on. They blowing your fingers up, blowing your eyeballs off. I said, whoa, they taking warfare to a whole nother level. They taking it to another level, man. And what it is like I said before, it's the Lord revealing who the man of sin is. He letting you see it. It's like they're so, what Obadiah says, like they're so pumped right now that they don't even they didn't got so much in the zone. They don't even care what you see, what you don't see no more. They in a zone. This is what happened when I say that they're bombing 4 fronts at one time. Because remember, they started off with it was just a problem with Hamas. Hamas, October the 7th. Well, how did that turn into Iran and Jordan and Lebanon and all these places like that? You know why it turned into that? Because this is what they always wanted. October 7th was just a catalyst to give them what they wanted, right? Now, have y'all ever heard of Oded Yanan? There's this guy, it's called the Oded Yanan plan, right? The Oded Yanan plan it's a plan for them to break up all the Arab states into smaller states. So what they do is they might fund like little factions to get all the little Arab states fighting each other, right? They won't be united. They all fight each other, right? And then when they all fight each other, then Israel can claim how they can claim. Oh, see, we're not doing any wrong. Look what they're doing to each other. Look how it's the same old MO, right? They set the stage. But Oded Yanan came up with this plan. So to do that, you have all the little Arab states fighting each other. You break them up into small factions. Then Israel can come in and take over these little small states and create what is called the Oded Yanan plan or Greater Israel. Have you ever heard of the Greater Israel plan? I'll just put that up there, Yanan plan, so y'all can just know what it is. You can go read it on your own, right? But this is what it is. Let me see if I can go to images. This is what the Greater Israel Oded Yanan plan is. This right here to make Israel go from Syria to Egypt, from Egypt to Iraq, down to Saudi Arabia. You see that? They trying to take South Lebanon, Syria. They trying to take parts of Egypt. Remember they was in the war with Egypt back in the day, where they had shot down the USS Liberty, and they tried to blame it on Egypt. Right. But remember they got caught. Because the plane, the sink didn't sink all the way. It was people that lived on the ship. But everything that you see right now is them trying to push towards this right here, this whole Greater Israel plan, where they trying to take parts of the Arab world's land to make Israel go from what's that, from sea to sea,
from the Nile to the Euphrates.
From the Nile to the Euphrates. That's the end game right there.
So does this happen with or without Kamala or Trump?
That because either it happens with either one of them. Because remember, they've been doing this. None of them, nobody can stop the Israelis. They can't stop them. How can you stop? How can you stop a people? Look, understand this, right? Our Congress is made up of 75%, 80% of them.
Yeah.
Our Congress is the majority of them. That's it right there.
our Congress is already compromised. Unless some of y'all start running for Congress. Oh no, the people that you elect, the Negroes that we elect from from the city council that try to go down the they you know, the people from city council, their end goal is they just trying to get down to Washington D.C. Yeah, they try Dover. No, yeah, they trying to get down in Dover into the state representative positions and stuff like that. But essentially, that's when I see black people that run for those positions, I know that this is a black person that's never going to do anything for black people. Why? Because in order for you to get into those positions, you have to sign a pledge to Israel. Yeah, the black, I forgot her name though. I forgot her name. She said anybody who becomes a state representative, you have to sign a pledge that says you support Israel and all of its endeavors. And if you don't do it, when she didn't do it, she said she didn't do it, and they took all her campaign money. They gave it all to her, to the person that she was running against, and the person won. Person that she was running against won, and so that's why we need to have brotherhood, because we be relying on these people, and then they always disappoint us, and then you got to come back to the people that you was trying to shit on or trying to run from. Now you back with us. Let me get one more scripture and I'm getting out of here. Yeah, you could. You know what? I lost my spot. Hold on 1 second. You got it. ODIDYANON. Oded your non-plan. YANON. Yeah. ODED. Yeah, it's like different. ODED. Oded your non. Yeah, we done. I'm sure y'all got the I'm sure y'all got the gist of it, man.
That's why it's important. Like, it's important. Like, in the time to really like. I remember our brother said it earlier on. I think it was like Facebook, where they had went to the Cali barbecue, and he said, I think it was Officer Raham. He had put a post out that said, going to the barbecues and stuff like that around the nation is spiritual. And it is, because it's not just going, and just, eating a hot dog or
it's not
a hamburger, right?
Yeah.
It's not that. It's you strengthening your brotherhood, and you strengthening your sisterhood, and you strengthening your camaraderie that you have amongst the brothers and the sisters in different places. Because remember, and that's why it's like the camping trip is coming up at a right time, because it's where we be able to get out there and really experience being outside and not having the luxuries of, being in the air AC, you know what I'm saying? Or, and just really us just getting out and just being under the elements so that we strengthen our brotherhood and our sisterhood, because, you might get in anything could happen. You see what happened with Asheville, you know what I'm saying? Like, or parts of Georgia and different places like that, we might not be able to come together as a full camp. You know what I'm saying? And the only person you might have is that brother that you don't want to talk to. You
That's
know
funny.
what I mean?
That's funny. Hey, that's all you got. That's all you got.
Right. You might only have that sister.
And you're going to need him to get through.
Right. Because look, if something happened and I-95 is destroyed, north and south, and so it's like you can't even travel. You know what I'm saying? We won't even be able. So that brother or that sister that you might not necessarily want to talk to like that, you're gonna have to, because that might be the only brother or sister that you're gonna have in the times where things get wild. And that's why I always knew, like, why Commander General Yohana always stressed like brotherhood and sisterhood, and that's what he built the whole school back on. Because, man, we might not, you think we might be all able to come together and just,
it might not be like that.
Be able to make it to the school. We might not all be able to make it to the school.
It could be gridlock.
Right now in Asheville, my daughter, when she called me, she was like, "Hello."
Choppy.
You know what I mean? She couldn't even, like, it was like pockets where it was, it came through clear, and I was able to get my message through to her to find out that she was good and everything like that before it went out again. But let's just say that happens here. Like, what you gonna do if the towers are down? You see what I'm saying? So that's why the brotherhood and sisterhood is gonna kick in, and that's why, like, now if you are, feeling like, tired, from the truth, or just tired of, like, keeping up every single day and every single week and everything like that, then this is the time where you got to fight that demon and get stronger.
Right. Strengthen yourself.
Right. You got to get stronger. You got to fight those demons.
Right.
And you got to get more militant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sisters and brothers, you got to get more militant because the time is coming, man. Like, I ain't going to take up no more time.
You good.
But,
It's right on our doorstep, though. I mean, I agree.
Right, because like when I saw that the port shut down, I started thinking about, like, damn, I really don't got a lot of stuff in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking, I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? This is nothing but water and snacks. You know what I mean? I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm like, man, we need to go get
and then when you said you
like
went
a meat package or something like that from the
Philly market. Street. But then when you said you went to Walmart, it wasn't no food in there.
Yeah, because I'm just saying, because you seen everybody was in there.
Right.
Man, Walmart about to get picked clean.
Right.
Like tomorrow, probably like the next day after, it probably ain't gonna be that much in there as food is concerned, because they just went on strike. So even though the fact that they're down today, where they went on strike, you figure each day is just more, because you know what I'm saying? They say, like, the port is supposed to lose like $2 billion a day, like $1 billion a day or something like that.
And
like $1 billion a day.
Port get bread. They get bread down
like
there.
$1 billion a day, like,
whoever owned the port is.
they killing it. That's why I'm like, man, just give them an extra dollar. Like, give them the dollar, man. Because, and this is what's going to bring America down anyways, because it's internally going to get brought down because of just the greed of America.
But that's what I'm about to say. The greed, because, like, come on now.
Like, look at like Warren Buffett, a person like that. Warren Buffett is a money hoarder. Like, if you're a quadruple billionaire in America, you're a money hoarder. What's the point of you just sitting on money?
He can't do anything in multiple lifetimes with that money.
You ever see those old movies of, like, Pablo Escobar, where they have their money in they'll have their money in like a basement or something like that, or the money be sitting there so long that it start to rot.
Yeah,
the money start rotting.
It didn't go bad. Yeah.
Rats be eating it. Like, you remember that? He was like, yo, I need to do something about these rats. They keep eating all my money. Like, they keep eating the money up. Like, that's how, like, in America, that's how greedy America is. The fact that you'll have billions of dollars and you'll try to take it to your grave instead of doing what you're supposed to do and do what's right for the people. So if those people have a chance to do what's right and give those dock workers more money, then just give them more money.
Right.
But they'll rather it go to SHIT first.
And then we all start.
Right. Until we start killing each other for, macaroni and cheese before they say, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and give you $1. You get my point? Like,
but then it's like a trickle down effect, because then we're gonna start stealing. Right, we gonna start stealing. Then you're gonna have vigilantes. Like, if you go in this, like, you know how you have people that try to protect the stores and shit. Right. Like, we all hungry, but then you got these vigilantes that want to protect the stuff that's in the store. Like, if you go in this store, I'm gonna shoot you. You know.
Right.
Like, so then we can't eat. We just left here.
Right.
To just freaking die.
It's like, I'm trying to be quiet. But then it's like they'll say after everything's like jacked up, they'll say, hey, are you a struggling small business? We got the new round of PPP loans. The new
and think we're not gonna do something.
They know you're gonna steal it. They know you're gonna come and take the money. You take the money, then boom, they're gonna give them the money that they need. You got the PPP loan, and then they're gonna lock everybody up.
Yeah,
that got the PPP loan.
Because hey, people was coming up off the PPP loans, man.
Yeah,
they was coming up off the PPPs.
Some people didn't go to jail.
No, so everybody didn't go to jail. It was the greedy ones. This one girl, right? She got like multiple PPPs. I don't know how the hell she did that. But when they came to our crib, when the news people came to the crib, she had like a new Mercedes Benz. She got all the like designer clothes. They got her bill. They got the bill that you just spent $20,000 on. This. I'm like, come on, sis, that was stupid. Like, what was you?
Why would you?
10 years, nigga, straight up 10.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you choose to waste your money on. Like you gonna in your time of trouble, instead of buying food and stocking up, the first thing you're gonna do is buy purses, Mercedes Benz, clothes, like dumb stuff. Our priorities is all shot. We don't have good priorities. That's because we don't know how to critically think. But let me get this last scripture, man. Then I'm gonna get y'all out of here. 2 Peter's or 1 Peter's 3 and 8. 1 Peter's 3 and 8. Like a Rob, and then. Oh yeah, I got a new book that just came too, man. I've been waiting. Like I said, I've been waiting like 8 years, 9 years for this book, man. I could never find it nowhere. It's called Edom, Israel's Brother and Antagonist: The Role of Edom and Biblical Prophecy and Story. Man, this dude has shown me this book. It just shows that the Edomites are white people, but I've been waiting for ages to get that book, and I just happened to log into Amazon, and it like recommended this book to me. You know what I mean? And I clicked on the book, and it was only the one. It literally was only the one book, and I got it like at regular price. Like it was like $20 or something. You know what I mean? For a used book, and you know, y'all know how I do. 1 Peter's 3 and 8. Yeah, y'all don't be back there. That's back in the back of your book. It's in the back of the book. Yeah, the niggas don't be back there. It's by Philemon and all that. You got it.
Khan, I don't want Khan. This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, verse 8. Finally, be
Right. So this is the end of class. So finally, go ahead.
Finally, be ye all of one mind.
Right. And I don't really have to tell y'all this, right? But I got to reiterate, like, we all got to be in one mind. Like Zion was saying about as far as, you know, the food and all that stuff. None of that's going to work of us holding this food in here and us being able to come to the school and all eat together and all that kind of stuff if we're not in one mind. Right. We got to be in one mind. And the one mind that we got to be in, of course, it has to be one mind in following Christ, in having faith in Christ and understanding who Christ is. But it got to be one mind that we all view this brotherhood and sisterhood the same way as well. Right. We got to be in one mind. Read on.
One of another. Love as brother.
Could you read that from the top? Finally, could you read 8 from the top?
Khan, I don't want Khan.
Uh-huh.
Finally, be ye all of one mind.
Uh-huh.
Having compassion one of another.
Right, having compassion one of another. We're very compassionate people. Y'all know y'all heard this in the truth plenty of times, that black people are compassionate. The only thing is we need to show that compassion to one another, right? We need to take that compassion and all that love and all that you got in your bones and take that back from everybody else and give that to a brother, give that to a sister, right? Show that compassion to, you know, somebody that really deserves it, right? That needs it. Go ahead.
Love as brethren.
Mm-hmm.
Be pitiful.
Be pitiful. What does that mean? If y'all don't know what it is, look it up. Kind-hearted, tender-hearted, right? Sort of similar to saying compassion, right? Read on.
Be courteous, not rendering evil for evil, or railing for railing.
You could drop it there, but y'all get the gist. You know, not rendering evil for evil. Somebody do something to you, that mean you gotta bust him upside his head because he just stepped on your shoe or something. Give him a chance, and he might say sorry. You know what I mean? Or if somebody does do something and it was intentional, right? You might be able to talk to a brother and, you know, hash it out without you rendering evil for evil, without me busting you upside your head, because yeah, you might have did it intentionally, but that don't mean I have to respond in a certain way that's going to jeopardize brotherhood. Because a lot of times out there, you know, a lot of times people in the world do not understand what you understand. They don't understand brotherhood. So you're going to have to be a little forgiving out there. You know what I mean? I run into situations a lot where I'm like, well, God dang. Like, we have no compassion for one another. You know, I'll be at work sometimes, and you know, just I might show the black people that's there a little bit of compassion, because I know you don't get this nowhere else. Remember, healthcare is messed up for black people. You know, so I'm one of the ones that understand what it's hitting for, and I understand brotherhood. So I try to be the one that come and try to change it a little bit for you, as far as show you some compassion and love that you won't get from anybody else that you're gonna be in there. But damn, I'll be seeing other nurses, they be like cutthroat. Woo! Well, you know, if you ever somewhere and you need some help and you see me come into the room, you good. You're like, yes. You see somebody else, well, you better start looking for me. But anyway, so be courteous, be what it said, be pitiful and be courteous one to another. Pitiful meaning tenderhearted. All right, and with that being said, I'm gonna turn the class over to Precinct Officer Matazi Yalo. You don't need it. You already know that by heart. I know you don't need it. Somebody. So. See. You got it.
All right, ISUPK security announcements. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister come into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to learn and share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it.